Carson's Corner is a
Oh, shoot. What happened there? Hold on. Carson's Corner, come back.
Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
That siren is so poorly timed considering what happens in this episode.
Exactly.
Hey, keep it down out there.
Well, in case anyone wants to know, welcome to Rider Time. Sorry. Welcome to Morphin Network, where it's Morphin Time all the time. And welcome to a very special episode of Rider Time podcast. I'm your host, Astro Red. Here with me to fill in for Leo is TimeRider Zero, Boken Kabuto. How's it going, man?
I am not looking forward to this.
Yeah.
For so many reasons.
Yeah, special, I wouldn't call it that.
Going off of a certain thing that we said back in episode, rather you three said back in episode 3, this episode is too relatable.
And over here we have the belated birthday person, Jared from Henshin Gate. What's going on, everyone?
Well, like I said, special is not how I would describe this episode, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way we could describe this episode as special is like in the afternoon kind of way, like on a very special award-winning episode.
Oh my god, this is the after school special type of episode. Yeah,
a little too spicy though. Like we're talking Cajun kind of spicy.
We're talking about so spicy to the point where it's not like Slappy Mama spicy.
Oh, it slaps something spicy, all right.
And what are we talking about? We are talking about Kamen Rider Black Sun, episode 7. So, first off, Boken, I am so sorry.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get the crap end of the stick this one, buddy.
No,
I am so sorry.
Why do you think I don't want to do this episode? Like I felt like something like this was gonna happen in a later episode, and here we are paying the piper.
You know what? You know what's funny? The author of this comic book, we met him at Anime NYC. He watches Kamen Rider Black Sun. He said episode 7 was gonna be spicy. Should have listened to him.
Mm-mm.
I listened to him and everything else I listened to him, but this, it comes to this. I said I believe it, but now I believe it.
Honestly, look, this is me. This is me right now. I'm like,
yeah. I was literally right here watching you react to that episode.
Nah,
exactly. I'm like, oh my god, no. But anyways, again, this is Kamen Rider,
Black Sun episode 7.
So we begin the episode where we, left off in episode 6.
Right. Kotaro versus the Creation King, and I don't want to just. Should we just solely focus on the Creation King portion and then get to the rest of the episode?
Why not?
All right. So as I've said already, this show is like Kamen Rider Kiva, where you get back and forth with present and past.
Between 2 time periods, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So Kotaro decides to take on the Creation King in the past. Apparently, we don't get no airbending. We just get straight up the Force.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We just get the Creation King just be like, yo, I'm a force snap your leg. I'm like, oh.
He snapped his leg. But you should have paid attention, because I actually paid attention to that. I'm like, okay, he broke his leg in the past. I just had a feeling to pay attention to that. Because basically, you see in the past, you see in the present, his hand is coming towards Kotaro. But that had more significance that had more significance because. But I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Actually,
We'll get to that. But my dude comes in with the whoosh. It's like the NC.
Yes, he came
Dude,
in. I was like, "Let's go!"
Hold on. Dude went savage. Bit just like biting him like I don't know, the mouth of the helmet just like open
like Kamen Rider Amazons. Again, we noticed. Now this time, Kotaro taking on the Creation King, he is whooping on him. But in the past, Creation King just said, "Woo, get that mess out of here."
Like whoosh, like bye-bye, like no. But now you see Kotaro's like, screw this. And then next thing, this dude is ripping out his heart.
Exactly. He is just like, I am going to beat the Creation King. But remember what I said? He snapped his leg. It had significance. It had significance. This time, he just said, I ain't snapping your leg off. I'm taking the whole thing off.
I'm going to chop it off like Anakin Skywalker got his arm chopped off in Attack of the Clones.
And I love how while he's like trying to kill the Creation King, he does have a flashback to when he first met him as a kid.
Yes, and that's where I was going to get to right now. Thank you, Boken. No, it's fine. He and Nobuhiko met the Creation King as a kid. Now, I already said, he put out his hand to Kotaro twice. Both in the past when he's about to fight the Creation King, and in the present when he's about to fight the Creation King. But he also did it as a kid. He's like,
and then
my child.
Go back to that picture.
Yes.
It's like you see him just patting them on the head like you are destined for great things.
Yes.
Or I love you, son.
So that's why I feel like the Creation King reached out to Kotaro because he cares for Kotaro. But Kotaro's like, screw this mess. I'm here to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And then Kotaro, my man Kotaro, he's like, yo, screw this. And then the Creation King's like, okay, I see where this is going. I'm just like, oh,
bye. And Kotaro, the vamp that he is.
Hold on. While he is ripping out his heart, the Creation King, chops off his leg, but at the same time, Kotaro rips out his heart.
Yep. So he knew it was
either do or die. And I'm just like, dude, like, come on. Like, I understand. And then honestly, we see the little birdie and Little Blue. I don't care. I'm calling her Little Blue now.
Owie.
Yes, I'm calling her Little Blue. We see a little birdie and Little Blue in the ventilation systems trying to get out. Now you see here. That is a definition of friendship right there. But honestly, I dude, when I was just like, oh my gosh, no. But I think before or after, we see Shadow Moon giving them hands. Showing the same powers as the Creation King.
Yes, that's right. He did do that. He's got the power, but he ain't got the mentality. Mm-hmm. Well, no, he does. He's got the mentality, but we're gonna get to that later. For now, yeah, he's got the power of the Creation King. He could have snapped her neck. I was like, I'm like, snap her neck.
And I appreciate that, like, she actually lectures him, saying like you fight for petty things like revenge and holding grudges. That is, you may have the power of the Creation King, but you don't have the mindset of a proper king.
Because he's about what's her name?
The chick
Yukio.
Yukiru or whatever her name is. I just call her.
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. Yo.
She is for the streets.
Streets.
She is for the streets. I thought Vito was for the streets. Nah,
I'm sorry, she is for the streets, but it was wrong. No. It was wrong the way they did her. Because the Mitch.
I love the way he like grabs onto a sword when they confront each other. He's like, "Girl, you belong to the streets," and then he chases after her.
And then just like slices her. I'm like, Lord, please hold this anger from me, Father God, Lord.
And Kotaro witnesses this because the homeboy in the glasses who got him an apple earlier turns out he's a bat kaijin, and like he like takes him to safety after he lost his leg. By the way, that's why I'm wearing my Morbius shirt today. Because hey, we finally have a bat kaijin. We had a spider one in episode 1. We finally have a bat kaijin. You always have to have a spider and a bat involved somehow.
Hold on. I'm still mad because simple fact is, I know homegirls who are the streets, but she didn't have to go out like that. She did not have to go out like that.
Oh my God. I hate Bellagina so bad. I hate him so much. But
you know,
oh my God. Oliver Johnson, the GOAT, the Bamf. We don't deserve him.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
We don't deserve him.
Wait. No. You say that. I say, he was perfect. Every last minute detail.
Man.
But then, we see Little Blue and Birdie outside, and she's like, thank you. And she's like, thank you for coming to get me. And they hug it out.
Oh, well, before that, Shinsuke is traumatized. Like, he is just like, oh, he had to
human on human violence.
He had to kill people. He had to watch people getting killed. He saw kaijins being killed. He saw humans on humans. Like, he is just like, what's the point?
He is just straight traumatized.
Welcome to Kamen Rider.
And then next thing you know, he's just walking home and everything else.
Did you want to cut away from that for a minute?
No, I'm already on the subject.
Because like Nobuhiko got his own little thing, like. All
right, fine. We'll talk about Nobuhiko. Gotcha. Okay. Nobuhiko.
Nobuhiko gets basically, clink, locked up.
And he's told the truth by this stupid Prime Minister little Mitch boy.
Exactly. Dude's just like.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, expect to hear that sound a lot this episode because this episode's very. Okay. No, like I was literally acting that way when I watched the episode.
The first 10 minutes of this episode was fantastic because it was just carryover of episode 6. But then once it got to here,
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, like even Mike was like, while watching this, he was like, "Yumo Guegui bodies, oh, Yumo Guegui bodies, oh, Yumo Guegui bodies, oh."
Exactly.
Okay. Uno momento. I will be back.
And then this shows the flashback on how like the rider belts were created, and I'm like, okay, this is a good flashback. I'm liking this. Okay. I'm liking this. You okay? Just Jared, you okay?
I think he needs to take a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
You good? You good, man?
I'm good. We're good here.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure? You good, man? You good?
Where we at? Nobuhiko being told that what's her name was a spy, double agent, whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. She is for the streets.
All I'm gonna say is this. All I'm gonna say is this. Wait. All I'm gonna say is this: Homegirl, listen, Homegirl was for the streets. We can all admit that Homegirl was for the streets, but she did not have to go.
Sure.
She did not have to. She did not have to go out like that.
Say she does because she didn't just belong to the streets. She was the streets.
Exactly. But
and then we find out, Kaijin. And we find out Kaijin were originally invented to be weapons to be used during World War II, but the technology wouldn't be finished until the 50s. So at that point, like, there's no military use for them. So it's like, so now we're just gonna, we're now gonna use them for the purpose of being bodyguards, pets, and some other spicy things that I'm not going to say. Let's just say episode 2. Go back to our review of episode 2. That's all I'm gonna say.
You more great guy finds out. You more great guy finds out.
No,
this considered dark back in the day.
The most difficult to watch for all three of us, I think.
Dark. This is OG Rider, 71 Rider. How was this considered dark back in the day?
Compared to this? Like at least in like OG Kamen Rider, you got Nazis who turned people into foam and stuff.
Yes, you had Nazis, for God's sake. How is this worse? How is this worse? Okay, like I said, the Prime Minister Mitch. A billion times worse.
Oh Lord. Oh my God.
Prime Minister Mitch is basically explaining to Nobuhiko, homegirls for the streets. They explained what kaijins were meant for. The technology wasn't there, so they were used for things. Things. And like Nobuhiko, the Chad he is, said, "Screw this." Bam! But he couldn't fight them all, and he had to dip. Live to fight another day.
Mm-hmm. And he finds out that all of his followers, except one, died in the process.
And like,
and somehow that is still not the spiciest thing to happen in this episode. We just don't want to get to that.
Go there.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Let's get back to Kotaro. Yeah, Kotaro, our hero. He's a bad.
No. You don't really see much of Kotaro except for him lying there, just
yes.
And then you see his little daughter be like, "Yo, I'm gonna avenge my pops," because simple fact is she's mad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
and also my question is, what's Nick doing here? He doesn't deserve to be here. Get out of here, Nick. Get out of here. You lost your cookout privilege. Get out of here. I don't care if you're sorry. You betrayed your homegirl. You betrayed your family. You betrayed your cow. You betrayed your people. You betrayed her people.
You know what's funny?
You lost your cookout privileges. Get out.
She could have slapped him. She could have, but she forgave him.
No. She lost. Yo, Nick lost his cookout privileges. Get out. Just go. Go. Just
forgiveness is the deadliest weapon.
Let's go. I will get the chocolate.
Where's my Fox chocolate? I got my chocolates. I got Fox chocolate. But yeah, forgiveness is the most deadliest tool you have. She forgave him. After everything. Her mother died in front of her because of him.
But
down a leg because of him.
Hold on, Jared. Hold on, brother. Hold on. We get to the scene where he's invited to dinner by Little Birdie's parents, only to see.
We're not showing in the episode. We're just going to show the reaction of the parents because what happened was.
I got this.
What happened was
Shunsuke was going home. Shinsuke was going home.
I got it. He was on his way home. A whole bunch of kaijin hating. I'm not trying to cuss. Lord, please forgive me. Andros,
Is
Armani.
that the gate sign on there? Oh no. I'm gonna have to start suing people.
But I'm gonna let it be known right now. These kaijin hating people get on my ever-loving nerve to
And
the
they
point
really
where they
got to go.
They gonna get there soon. They all gonna get there soon. The kaijin haters, the Prime Minister, Balgina, they all gonna get there soon.
Yeah. So he feeling lost. He visits.
No. What scarred me the most? What scarred me was the way his parents saw him.
I honestly don't feel like. All right, we gotta do this. We got it.
We got to.
We got this. I got this. Shunsuke.
No offense
that
to
man
all
off.
the people out there. It looked like Homeboy got lynched badly.
See, I call this the Emmett Till episode. And for those of you who don't know who that is,
there's a movie about it now.
There has been a movie about him recently. I learned about it in my 20th century history class. I appreciate that my teacher taught me about that because you wouldn't see that in any K through 12 textbooks.
No, you won't.
No, you won't.
There's a reason why.
Yeah, and so
wait.
To my college history teacher, I want to thank you for telling me about that story before, like a decade before the movie came out. Because when I first saw the first 10 seconds of the trailer, I knew what this movie was about. This episode is reflective of that. Makes it the difference in the real life person that we're discussing.
All I'm gonna listen. Right now, we need to have a little moment of silence for little birdie. So just moment of silence, please. Okay.
Yeah.
That right there. I think I'm good. That right there. So help me God, that got my blood boiling. No. Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta explain. Not only did they beat him up, they beat him up while he was transforming. They hit him, kicked him, hit him with protest signs.
Yeah, you see both human and kaijin parts of his body.
And then people you see passersby and they're just like, hey, nothing to see here.
Like, seriously, what is it?
And there was another guy in another part of that circle who could have intervened, but chose not to get involved.
Yeah, that actually I was actually about to say, like, you see them, he's like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna say? They're just gonna get jumped too. They're gonna face the same discrimination, which is what Shunsuke, he banned from this episode. Kotaro, total Chad. Nobuhiko, Chad. Aoi, she's earned her flowers. But Shunsuke, this episode, banned for what he said to that kaijin hater. Of like, he basically got tired of their crap and called them out for what they are. Racist.
Yeah. Honestly, wait. Honest to God, and this is a real question. Wouldn't you guys have done the exact same thing that he did if someone kept on saying stuff over and over again just to piss you off?
Yes, I would. And what makes it more infuriating is what he said after that. But he's like how basically he's called a monster, but he's like, "Oh, I'm the monster. Look at you." He's basically saying, "Oh, I'm a racist. I can't be a racist.
How can I be racist against a race that doesn't exist?" Aaron Yeager.
Yes,
exactly.
He's basically, humans are racist against humans. You're a kaijin. You are nothing. How am I racist against something that doesn't exist?
No. Basically, He's basically calling him worse than nothing. And that
one of the most difficult things about like dealing with this subject matter is when a racist like try to like act on their hatred towards others, they start by trying to dehumanize the race that they are racist towards, because that way when they act on the racism, they can justify by saying, hey, I can only be racist against other humans, this is not a human. Yeah, kind of like how Pimp Named Slickback said like, hey, like, she ain't a person, she's an HO.
And the messed up part is people think that this is a long time ago when it wasn't. That's what makes it even worse.
Doesn't that make your blood boil?
Yeah,
it does. It does, because that kind of thing happened to my grandparents. That kind of thing happened to your grandparents too. Like
that happened to me.
Yeah.
That happened. That happened to me years ago.
Yeah.
Like I said, these things seem like a forever ago because you read it in your textbooks.
Yeah.
But that forever ago wasn't forever ago.
Yeah.
These things happened so recent that the equality we have now is still in its infancy.
And actually, that brings up a really interesting conversation about modernity, because technology has improved so quickly in the last 100 years that the concept of 100 years ago feels way longer to us than what it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Because both like the Holocaust and the Civil Rights Movement, like those all happened not even 100 years ago, but it feels like they happened way longer than that.
Compared to where we are now, compared to how this type of subject has been around, this is just a baby infant. Yeah. This subject has been around forever.
But I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. What got me the most was the end scene where Shadow Moon comes up to the kaiju, one of the kaiju haters.
Wait.
Yeah, Shinsuke's dad tried to avenge his son. As Mike showed, we told you, his parents. Okay, the best way to describe the scene of especially of his mother. If you've seen, was it Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix?
I actually wanted to mention, to bring up a screenshot of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, where what's it called? Where Mr. Diggory is holding Cedric in his arms.
Okay, two scenes.
My boy!
Yes, that's actually perfect. Thank you. I should bring that up.
I agree with you. Take that right there, and I'm gonna be honest with you. That right there.
Take Mr. Diggory and add Harry's. Take this scene of Mr. Diggory distraught over his son. Add Harry after seeing Sirius die in front of him. The way
and that scene went silent. Like
yes.
You can't even hear Harry scream.
You can hear it. You can hear it, but you hear it even though it's silent, but you feel it. Take those two scenes from Harry Potter. That is Shinsuke's parents after what they saw, and Shinsuke's dad ready to take out this Kaijin hater. I will be for real. I was happy when I saw Nobuhiko.
Same here.
Yes.
One thing I appreciate about the scene is Shunsuke is half Kaijin. Mm-hmm. They established that his dad is a human.
Yes.
So we have a human trying to kill another human on behalf of a Kaijin to avenge a Kaijin that meant the world to him.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm gonna go off topic real quick. And if you want change to happen, you have to be the change.
Mm-hmm. Mahatma Gandhi.
Because simple fact is I'm going off tangent for a little bit. There is too much racism. There is too much racism, discrimination in this generation.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it pisses me off.
Yeah, hate breeds more hate.
And I agree with that. Hate, violence. I'm trying to remember the quote.
Hate, violence, discrimination, and
violence brings more violence to even more violence to a night already devoted of stars.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I remember when I was learning about Martin Luther King for the first time. When he was a kid, his best friend was a white boy, and they used to be really good friends. They would hang out at the park, and it wasn't until afterwards where the white kid's parents told Martin, "Yeah, I'm not gonna have my kid play with you anymore because you're black." I'm like, that just like shook me. Like I was only like 7 or 8 when I read that. Like the idea of like even just a single protein making the difference between two humans seeing each other's lives having a different value, or even like not see each other as human, it disgusts me and it shocks me. But the thing is, like, it also happened, like it happened for thousands of years, and what's even more shocking is that despite the progress that even we went through in this country, in the United States of America, e pluribus unum, it still happens.
Take the last 2 years you've seen. Take the last 2 years, and unfortunately, just look at. I'm not even going to get into politics right now, but
we digress. But anyways, we like
what made it? Oh, sorry.
Quito comes, right, and
he uses his
like
creation
while he's squishing his head, it's basically his henshin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his henshin for the first time. I will admit, yes, hyped because Shadow Moon. Yes, he was using his Creation King powers. He was using his bare hands and his Kaijin power to, start squeezing. But then his Creation
basically
King power,
he tried to pull a mountain.
Yes,
basically,
and the Creation King powers is what caved him in.
Yeah,
and what made this scene hype is because you see his henshin, but also cathartic based off his parents said, "Hey, Shinsuke has been with you. Thank you for taking care of him." And then
immediately after, we see those feathers falling from the sky.
Because
that no. I'll be honest with you. I like Boken. You're my witness. I basically almost freaking cried.
No, I almost did too. I'm for real. That shit.
After that is the end of Kamen Rider Black Sun episode 7. And that where we're going a little off tangent about this. That this episode right here. Oh my gosh. Oh.
To take lighter notes, I like the acting out of this, especially out of seeing first out of the bride.
Wait. I got the quote. Returning violence for violence multiplies violence, adding deeper darkness to a night already devoted of stars.
Like, I like the acting. The Kamen Rider in me.
And honestly, that quote is what basically this episode is about.
Yeah, I said I love the acting. Seeing like I said, the nerd in me, the Kamen Rider nerd, seeing Nobuhiko Henshin and Kotaro crawling with his leg in his mouth, badass. And then seeing the parallels of Kotaro holding his leg in the current day, and then with his broken leg, with the same guy saving him, saying the same thing verbatim. And like I said, the acting, especially out of Nobuhiko, you see him, he's just distraught because all these kids died on his watch. Before he even saw Shinsuke, he felt bad because he doesn't know where Shinsuke is. He doesn't know if he's safe or anything. And his parents are just like grateful. His parents are grateful for just watching over their son. And then what came next? brilliant acting from these actors. This episode was great from beginning, the first 10 minutes, and then everything
went off the
rails, and then the ending picked up for the nerdy stuff, but it was cool, but still felt icky. But that is good because of the subject matter was done perfectly and not in your face or taking a mockery of.
Mm-hmm.
So me personally, sorry, I'm getting a little teary-eyed.
Yeah, so
me personally, I give this episode a 10 out of 10.
I'm
a solid 10 out of 10. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, this episode right here was a hard episode to watch and to review.
Mm-hmm. Same. I don't know if I could give it a full 10 because I don't think I got as much entertainment value out of this episode. It's not supposed to be entertaining.
I apologize, but the only reason why I give this a 10 out of 10 is because they hit the point of racism, and they didn't. And like Jared said, they didn't do it to where it's mocking someone.
Mm-hmm.
They did it perfectly. Mm-hmm. That's why I give this a 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I have to give this episode a 9 because like this episode is definitely like less entertaining, but its goal is not to entertain though. And you're right, it hits like the concept of hate, especially hate based on race, like the nail with the hammer perfectly. Because again, it's so easy to make like a caricature character who just hates people and like not really give reason to it, and like the other side, they either have to be victims all the time or like go full go full rebel like Nate Turner. But it's but like I appreciate like how far like where they took it and the way they led up to it, because like for example, the scene like the part where they were curb stomping Shunsuke, and like the people were like hiding this curb stomping and everyone else was ignoring it. Like this was happening like all the time, like all over the world, like and even if it's not happening like physically in person, it was happening in the form of media. Like there would be like propaganda like trying to like hide what's actually happening or spin it in a way that makes it look justified. And that kind of stuff happens to this very day. And then seeing the end result, it's like, yeah, like sometimes some people go that far, some people even go further than that. And Shunsuke's father's reaction like to that and his attempted actions the next day, that is a natural way that some people would respond. Is it the like wise way of going about it? Of course it is. But like but can you blame a person for losing their mind over it when it's like, this is your son? Like how would you feel if this happened to your own son, your own brother, your own parents, your best friend?
This is a result.
Wait, I apologize, but just to elaborate a little bit more on that. What if it was, like you said, what if it was your son? What if it was your daughter, your aunt, your uncle, your mother, your father, your grandparents? Like, honestly, think about it, guys. Think about it. Do we really want violence?
No, we don't.
We don't. And like y'all, you said, think about it as if it was your own kid. Mm-hmm. Well, also, this is basically what those parents go through. This is their mindset, but in action. This is what they want to do to those who took their loved one away. This is their thoughts being acted out.
And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. My kids are half black, half white. part black, part white, and part Hispanic.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like them doing that, being what they are, they're gonna go through a lot, and I mean a lot. And honestly, I feel bad. I feel bad for my kids, and that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. If you want, if any, like, and this is not like a cry for help, but it's so. If you guys want change, be that change.
Leave the old heads behind. Leave the old generation mentality behind. They dug their own graves.
Yeah.
You
and
have to carry this now to a different
and also
future.
and also another thing I would say about Shunsuke's dad is it's easy to just say racism is wrong, but the thing is when it actually occurs in front of him blatantly, how many people actually act on that belief that it is in fact wrong? Like I remember someone saying this interesting line. I can't remember the context in which it was used, but it's very interesting. The line was, everybody wants to be Daryl Davis but doesn't want to assume any of the personal risk. For those of you who don't know, Daryl Davis was a black man who is a jazz musician, and he talked to at personal risk to his own life. He talked to members of the KKK and deprogrammed over 200 members from the Klan. But the thing is, that is a very risky thing for him to do. Because like at any moment, any of them could have killed or lynched him. But the point of that phrase is like everyone wants to be like get the end result that he got, but they don't want to take the same risk that he took. It's easier to just say something.
It's like you want to be so cool, but you don't want the risks of what comes with it.
Yeah, and again, on the heat of how we're different or the same. One of my favorite lines from Shakespeare is from Shylock, which perfectly demonstrates the whole thing. Have not I hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions, fed with the same food, heard with the same weapons, subject to the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? If you wrong us, shall we not revenge? So, it's so easy to like say you have the high ground, but the thing is acting upon it is much harder.
Exactly. So anyways, let's get to the comments. Remember guys, if you comment on the video on Facebook or Instagram, we will try our best to post it on here live. So let's get to the comments, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, wait.
What's up, L'Oreal?
Hey, L'Oreal.
Hi,
how you doing?
L'Oreal.
Is that a straw hat flag?
Okay.
Yeah. Straw hat flag. What's Amazon's about? I could get into. I don't. We'll be here forever.
Hey, I'm just gonna put it like this: when we finish doing Black Sun, we're gonna get into Amazon's.
Although I do recommend watch.
So
actually watching it on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check it.
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
This is an episode you need to watch.
Of all the drivers, which rider driver would you guys like?
I want to talk. I'm gonna talk a little bit. Decade's Neo Deca driver. Yet I want the power of the destroyer, because then I get the powers of Go. I could have powers of time, space, and all dimensions. Neo Deca driver.
I just need the Kabuto Sector and the Hyper Sector.
That's all I need. Pictures of it too. It looks good.
All I gotta do is just is just clock up before you have a chance to insert your Kamen Rider Decade card into your driver.
Listen, give me Saber. Give me Saber. Give me.
L'Oreal wants Saber.
It's between Saber, 01, and Geats.
But as far as toys go, the only thing I desire right now is the Desire Driver.
Yeah, I've held the Desire Driver. It is great.
Man, I love that thing about PMC. Like we actually got to touch.
Yeah, that's right. We touched that PMC.
Even point the market.
Yeah.
No. At New York Comic Con, I got to help the Geats.
You were there, right? Team Rider.
And I got to help the 01 driver. I'm like,
I think I've held every current driver.
I'm like, listen, no. This is me. I'm like, for those out there, I'll post a link to my Amazon wish list. My birthday is coming up. Okay, so
my birthday is passing. Where's my present, Mikey? My birthday was 2 days ago. Where's my present?
You know what? You want a Lightning Collection figure? You want a Lightning Collection figure? It's yours.
Bet. Now, you don't know which one I want. Yeah, of course we know you want Saber, L'Oreal. We all know. I ain't mad at it.
You already know guys I want. I also want the beat driver, all the beat buckle that Neon's got. I watch too much Disney Channel.
Okay.
Hi, Jetty.
Hi. How you doing?
Jetty.
Hi, Jetty.
Oh, it's Jetty. I thought it was Jedi. Like, may the force be with you.
Jedi.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I just assumed that it's not a Star Wars reference, so I'm just gonna go off of like Romaji and just say Jetty. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jetty or Jedi.
No. You're right. You're right. It's Jetty.
Got it.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, right. And that pic of that rider in the smog looked freaky.
I think she means Nobuhiko.
I mean, Nobuhiko is pretty freaky.
It was
pictures of them like right
that's
here.
a beautiful shot because it's like it hides what he looks like until we have to watch. We have to watch the next episode to see what he fully looks like.
Exactly. So, I guess that's it with the comments. Thank you, everyone who commented. So, Boken, where can the lovely people find you at?
Well, you could find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto, where I post some fun Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and workout content. You know, I'm trying to be physically worthy of the CSM Kabuto Zector when it comes out next year. And I am playing on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. I'm definitely not going to be able to stream next week because I will be out of the country visiting family. So, if there's internet, I will try to be present to a small capacity, but not really. And Jared, where can they find you?
Well, it's good, you sexy mother people. I am Jared from Educate the YouTubers with Attitude. I am him. Run fades, push P. You all know what I do. And we got follow us at twitch.tv/EngineGate, youtube.com/EngineGate, where we cover Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, K-pop, anime, and got a whole backlog. I think we got a whole backlog heading on over to YouTube. And we got two more Tokusatsu streams and one more K-pop episode before the end of the year. So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Also, even though Leo isn't here, you can catch
Reckless
Leo at the Reckless_Fox and on Twitch TV/RecklessFox and
Reckless_Fox
and on Scrubhub Game. Yep. And you guys can find me, the one and only Michael, on Instagram at Red Ranger 2134 and on Twitch at Falcon347. And also, don't forget, if you guys like all of our content, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Don't forget to subscribe to the Buttery Show, and don't forget to subscribe to to Scrub Hub Gaming.
Scrub Gaming podcast on SoundCloud and on Twitter.
And don't forget this Saturday, Christmas Eve. Yes, yes. Even though people it's Christmas Eve, we will be reviewing Kamen Rider Geeks.
I gotta watch the new Geeks too.
And
so yeah,
on Sunday, even though it's Christmas, we will be reviewing Power Rangers Dino Fury.
Yep.
So
and
again,
also tomorrow, we are gonna continue with Dawn Brothers. Unfortunately, Clement and Jackie are indisposed for the time being. So until they're both ready and available again, these two gentlemen will be taking over. Hopefully we'll be caught up by episode 45 of Dawn Brothers.
And I blame you. Bolton. I blame you, and I blame you, Jared.
Why you gotta blame me? Well,
why?
Y'all got me. So y'all gonna go through a lightning course of what I got to tell you in Dawn Brothers.
Crash course, and all of that tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to check that out. We'll see how these guys handle their peaches and 1, 2, 3s, ABCs, Do-Re-Mi's.
No.
Can you handle the peaches?
With him and me on, it's.
I mean, I've already seen all these episodes, so like I said, crash course time. Y'all best be ready. You're all gonna be taught by Dr. Jared.
All right. Be sure.
And again, everyone, thank you for taking the time out to listen to us ramble and listen to us talk about Kamen Rider Black Sun episode 7. And again, please, and as I stated before, if you want change, be the change. Please. And don't forget to hug your loved ones, especially during this holiday season where they may feel alone. Don't forget to stay hydrated even though it's cold outside.
Don't eat ice cream in the cold.
Thank your rants and love your grandparents.
Until then, everyone, this has been the Morphin Network, where it's Morphin time all the time. We're signing off. All right?
Peace.
Peace.